I truly hate my own mind. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing this thing in my head has ever done for me is betray me in every moment that I ever needed it. Every moment where I needed my mind to actually work the most, it just didn't. I would always see, whenever I need my mind to work the most, all I see is a bunch of doodles or a bunch of squiggly lines. There's never any clear thoughts, never any good ideas when I ever need them. But the moment that I don't need them, everything just clicks, everything just starts flooding in and rushing forwards. But the moment that I do need them, my mind fails me every single time, and I feel like the stupidest person in the world. And I don't know what is wrong with me because I overcomplicate just about anything to the point where things that should be easy, I make them so much harder because I overcomplicate it. I make things so unnecessarily difficult because I am too blind to see that things are actually much more simpler than they are. Instead, I want things to be perfect. I want things to be the best. So I overcomplicate and I'm always afraid to fail. So I make it way more difficult and I ruminate over the same thing to the point where I get stuck and I stay on the same topic for days at a time. And I never actually end up putting anything out or ever finishing it. People call me smart, but in the moments where I actually need my brain to work, it just decides not to. People say that your mind is your greatest ally, but it's not for me. Because for me, my mind constantly betrays me. What my heart wants and what my mind wants are never on the same wavelength. They never have the same understanding. It is much easier to have something on your heart than it is on your mind. When you have something on your heart, it comes naturally. Like you do not even have to do anything for something to weigh on your heart. But in terms of your mind, there is so much that has to happen for you to even be able to think about something in any form of depth. It is such a frustrating feeling when you want something so badly, but your head is not in the right. Ugh. It is so frustrating when you want something so badly, but your mind is not in the right headspace. Because no matter what you do, you'll never be able to completely focus or bring out your true potential in that exact moment. And you truly do not know why. So you'll resort to blaming yourself, you'll resort to hating yourself. Any form of frustration that you feel, you'll direct it back at yourself because you just want to know, why isn't this working? How can one have so little thoughts but have so many thoughts all at the same time? My head is such a mess inside to the point where I cannot pinpoint exactly what it is I want to think about. Nothing is clear to me. It's like just an abyss which I literally cannot find my way through. I tell myself all the time that through pain and suffering, the best thing that I've ever received from that is probably the fact that I see my life a lot more clearly now. But I have these moments where I feel like I don't see things clearly at all. Because I know what I want, but I truly don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know what it's gonna look like, which there's nothing wrong with. At the end of the day, we have to have that blind faith to get through absolutely anything, any trials or tribulations. We have to have that blind faith. But the thing about it is that Without your mind in the right headspace, you won't even know where to start. Without your mind in the right headspace, your creativity is out the window. Your ideas out the window. Your motivation out the window. Your resilience out the window. Just everything just goes flying out the window. To be honest, I don't know what to do. If anyone does watch this video, please give me some form of advice. If no one watches it, that's okay too. I don't really have anyone else to ask. Trust me, I try and trust God the best I can, but sometimes it can be really hard because it's nothing that I can physically see. Or it's never going to be a direct answer with God or anything straightforward. There's always going to be some form of blindness because, of course, we can't see God. We're not made to see God. So, yeah. If anyone does watch this video, please just give me some form of advice. Why am I stuttering so bad? Some form of advice where I can just learn to help my mind cooperate with what I want. But if anyone has watched this, thank you. You know, I love you. But yeah.